Seasonal day. We woke up pretty chilly out there. We actually did see a low of 28 degrees early at Bushfield, but afternoon high of 63, so not too far away from average. Average highs this time of year, usually mid 60s, so we're kind of right in that range. What's going to be changing in the next few days is that temperatures do look to warm up Thursday and Friday. Most likely going to see high temps close to 70 over the next few afternoons. Now, we are going to see a little temperature drop into the weekend. That's going to be thanks to a cold front that will push through on Friday, so another little dip just slightly below average for the weekend, but then we're shooting right back up above average heading into next week. So not really looking like we're going to see any really cold temps. We will see the 30s tonight, so getting close to freezing, not expecting us to get to that freezing mark. Those most likely staying in the mid 30s. So a cold start to our Thursday. Throughout the day, we'll just see building cloud cover, and that'll be a sign of that cold front getting closer and closer, and that should be able to start giving way to some rainfall by Friday morning. I would imagine between 4 and 10 a.m. Friday is kind of when our main rain chances are. Once we get into the afternoon, it does look like that rain clears out, and we should see a nice finish to our Friday. Here's a look at our hour by hour look at it. So for tonight, mostly clear. Temps will fall off into the 30s by early tomorrow morning. Here's the cloud cover that's just going to continue building throughout the day Thursday, but also going to be a little bit breezy. You can see that southwest wind that is going to be pretty steady throughout the day, so that southwest wind just helping draw in that warm air for us. And also going to be a little bit breezy, sustained between 10 to 15, maybe gusting up to around 30 once we do bring in the main front late Thursday into early Friday. So this is a look ahead to around 4 a.m. Friday morning. You can still see our temperatures are close to 60 degrees, so not really going to see that cold of a night Thursday night into Friday morning ahead of this front. This is just going to be a very narrow band of showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm or two, but not expecting these to be severe. Our temps will be in the 50s and low 60s, so just not really going to have the right ingredients to see severe weather, thankfully. But high opportunity, you do see rain Friday morning, but a low chance it lasts for a significant amount of time. So we are expecting rain Friday, just not expecting to really impact a lot of the day, especially later into the afternoon. We should see skies clear out some, and temperatures will be comfortable in the upper 60s to near 70. It is going to feel a little bit cooler for the weekend, so waking up upper 30s, low 40s Saturday morning, and those afternoon highs will stay closer to average from what it's looking like. Rain totals, not super impressive, looks to be below a ½ inch for most spots, so not expecting a ton of rainfall with this, but maybe just up to and over ¼ inch in a few locations. It is going to be breezy, so our winds will start picking up, especially late into our Thursday evening, Thursday night, and lasting throughout the day Friday and even into our Saturday. Wind doesn't really look to calm down for the first part of the weekend. It's not until Sunday those winds finally slacken up a little bit. But I do want to mention this, tomorrow evening, weather looks great for a high school showcase going on at SRP Park. So we're going to have Evans High taking on Augusta Christian. Should be a great baseball game there. And the weather looks great. We'll see temps in the 60s and 50s during game time, and just going to be cloudy but rain free. So it looks to be good to go for baseball there along the river. Now, if you're going to be heading up to the lake the next couple of afternoons, that wind direction is going to be out of the southwest. It's going to be pretty steady, 10 to 15, maybe gusting higher at times. So could be a little bit choppy on open waters of the lake, so just find a good cove to kind of hide in. But lake temps still in the low 50s, and air temps should be hitting the 60s the next few afternoons up at Clarks Hill. And then for our weekend forecast here in Augusta, we're looking at highs near 63 Saturday, 61 on Sunday. We'll bring back some cooler mornings in the 30s and 40s, and still going to keep those winds a little bit elevated for the first part of the weekend. And one thing also for this time of year is that the pollen count is running high. And usually when we bring in some rain, it helps wash out the sky and our pollen count goes down. You can see that's not really going to be the case for Friday into Saturday. It actually goes up heading into the weekend. The reason is that sometimes if you just bring in a little bit of rain, like what we're expecting Friday morning, it can actually help break up the larger pollen particles, turn them into smaller particles that can travel more efficiently. So since we're not really seeing a widespread heavy soaking of rainfall, it is going to keep a lot of this pollen in the sky. The wind's going to stay up. So unfortunately, not a whole lot of pollen relief with this quick passing front Friday morning. So just a heads up for that. I would keep the allergy meds close by. Here's a look at our 7-day forecast. So looking like spring. Not too bad here as we close out the last week or two of February, especially next week. We're looking at highs to potentially be close to 80 by next Wednesday. So brief little cool down for the weekend, but things will warm right back up heading into next week. Hope you have a great night. We'll see you again coming up on News 12 at 11.